Hi everyone, Colorya have sent me this book to show you. It is their newest title. Now I know that it is available on UK Amazon, but it takes a little bit longer for their books to reach the US. They are a French company, as you can see from the French here. So I think they tend to release in Europe first and then move over to US, but they do have some titles already on US Amazon. But this is, as I say, their latest book, and Tiny Petits, or I think it was called The Little Smalls or something. It was a very odd title, but as far as I'm aware, we've got lots of smaller designs in the book. I've seen a couple of pictures. I haven't flipped through it yet. So I'm quite excited to have a look, because I think perhaps they're sort of copying the idea of Small Victories by Johanna Basford, doing smaller designs. And I know it's a thing that's a lot of people really like. So we'll see what they've done. Now, the paper in these books, as you can see, it's got this ring binding on the top. Now, I don't usually like ring bound books, but because this is on the top, I never end up resting my hand on it. When it's down the side, probably be on this side, I find that like with Johanna Basford's planners, it always gets in my way, but at the top I find it actually works very well. The cover is matte. I've got my light on because it's not really very shiny. Very smooth paper. Now let's go. Now I'm afraid the leg of my tripod gets in the way as I open the book, and also it's very glary. I think I might be better off turning my light off. I'll hold it up a little bit for you. So this is a page telling you, I think this is just where you write your name, but you can see we've got all sorts of pretty leaves around the edge, which are lovely. So it's sort of floral page. Actually the sun is coming in glaring. Now that's just close the blind and I will put the light on. I think that makes it a little bit clearer for you. Sorry, we've got a bit of a glare. What I will do is, if they are smaller, I think they're 6 per page, I can zoom in. But just tell you about the paper, it's very smooth. Now what I find with very smooth paper is it's quite hard to find the right type of pencils to work on it, or you have to sort of work slightly differently. But I've got some pencils here. I'm going to colour a bit in a minute, so I'll talk to you about that. And the paper is very thick. You can probably see how thick it is just there. It's like a piece of card, really thick. And this is the page. They always have this sort of page talking about a little bit about the book, and there's a scan place here. This is their Facebook group you can join. I should join, but I haven't. I really should. And here we have the beginning of the book. Actually goes this way around. Let's turn it here. If I come in closer, we can avoid the glare from the light, and we can look in detail at each of the little pictures. I don't know if each page is going to be exactly like this, but we'll be able to find out. So we have a jug of flowers to start with. A little bird in a birdhouse. He's cute, isn't he? And a very nice bunch of tulips. And these are all sort of circular designs, as you can see. This one is just a sort of foliage. It's really quite small though. These are really tiny. And, sorry, teapot. Then we have a very cute duck with some little ducklings. Oh, we're going round the other way. Hold on. I have to come out a bit. We've got 4 on a page for this one. There we go. So we have a little dressing table. Look at that one. Little cat on a rocking chair. Below we have this sort of bookcase and a fireplace. Oh, we've got 4 on this page too. Sorry, I'm going to fold it back or else it casts a shadow. It's hard to explain. So I have tulips here, but we have all these little detailed plants in the background. And then this one is less recognisable flower, but with lots of other florals. This one, oops, a piece of paper getting in my way. Right. This one looks a bit like an iris, I'm thinking. We've got other florals, and these look probably a bit like daffodils. We have that one. Oops. Well, we go back to a sideways page, and we have a plant pot. Look at the detail on there, on top of a book. And this one is interesting. So we have a bird and a bird bath. We have this sort of urn with lots of flowers in a little flower pot. And here we have some shelves with flowers. So it's very floral, which is nice for anyone who enjoys floral. We've got some apples here though with the flowers. And this one is like a lemon tree, maybe limes, something like that. And here we have a kettle with lots of flowers, and there's some blackberries there. Nice. And can't work out what that is. But it doesn't matter. Okay, now we're back the other way. Oh, we have a sort of love theme going on this page, which is rather sweet. So we have this sort of scroll with love on. Look, you could write a name on there maybe. Some sort of candies and flowers and things. And this one we have a heart. They're very nice for Valentine's, but it's very detailed. And this one, roses, always sign of love. And look at this one, a swan, king and queen, maybe? A little rainbow, little hearts. I like that one. Very sweet. Okay, now we have a sort of bird themed page at a glance. So this one, we have this sort of flamingo and there's sort of tropical leaves around it. Then here we have a little bird on a nest. I'm not really sure what type of bird. Lots of florals around it. This one looks like it could be a pair of swifts or swallows. I'm never quite sure by the tail which they are. And then here we have a peacock. It's quite an unusual design with these going all the way around. Now this time we have a mouse theme. So here we have, so this mouse is gardening. So we have boots and a rake. We have got a trowel and pots and a watering can and little scissors, things like that, right in the garden. This one is sheltering under a mushroom, love colouring mushroom. We've got a little frog, another mushroom, I like that one. Got all the rain, it's cool. This one's got a strawberry, I've got a few strawberries, little bird. And this one is in a doorway. So we have a mailbox there and just sort of pretty florals. Now this one, it's got cheese, olives, onion, something like that. That says something berry, so it's like a strawberry jam, I think. And then this one, we've got a pair of specs. Oh, he's peering through. They're so cute. Candles and books, sort of reading theme. This is a whole page picture. It's split into two parts. So we've got, well, actually it's two pictures. So we've got a cat asleep here, and this one's really not very detailed. We've got a few detailed florals here, but there's a lot of space, which is nice. It's a little bit different. And we have a cat with a ball of wool, little mouse, and a few florals, but again, much bigger. So that's, you know, if you want more space for shading and things, you've got that on that one. Now we've got four here. We've got a sort of butterfly thing going on. So we've got 2, 3, what's that? Is that a butterfly? I'm not sure. Butterfly's there. And then here we've got a flower butterfly. Got a large butterfly on this one. And this one, we've got a couple of butterflies and flowers, little ones as well. Oh, we've got an Easter theme. That's fun. So we've got Easter eggs, and we've got a little bunny, lots of flowers. I mean, a little chick with a brush. So it's like you're painting the Easter egg, and then a bunny and an egg. Daffodil as well, very Eastery. Now this page we've got 9 designs. So look, we'll start with this one. Coming even closer. There we go. Now the book itself is A4 size, I think. Let me see. Yeah, sorry, that's my swatch chart. Yeah, it's A4. Now if you're in America, that's almost letter size. It's a little bit different, but it will give you an idea. So we have houses. So we have a sort of acorn house here. This one looks a more sort of regular house, I suppose. And again here, oops, sorry, there. But they're sort of all a bit different shapes and sizes. Always a lot of florals or foliage around them all. It's got little mushrooms on that one. That actually is probably a mushroom house looking at it. Look at the roof on that one. It's very ornate, isn't it? These are really, really tiny. Let me, this is quite a blunt pencil, but look how small that is. Really teeny. Look at this, it's a teacup house with the duck swimming. What an imagination is that? We have one with a smoky chimney and a little cottage at the end. Now this one is a 2 item on this page. We'll come out a little bit so you can see we've got a little dog theme. Again, slightly bigger, so if you fancy doing something a bit bigger, you've got a bigger design here. A dog having a little bath, and then a dog in a kennel. Now we've got a sort of seaside theme on this page. We've got 6. So we've got our octopus with a message in a bottle. Again, really teeny details on this one. We've got a seahorse and a lighthouse. And then we've got a lovely turtle. I love turtles. And a whale. And we've got a jellyfish and a sort of galleon crab and things. The lovely square designs all these are. Now on this page we've got 4. I'm not sure if they're linked. I can't see a link. So we've got a bottle with florals in. We've got a sort of countryside theme. It's got hills and a little cottage and trees. Down here we've got a little bag, lots of florals. And across here we've got like a sort of sea theme, fish and sunshine and that sort of thing. Okay, I've got 6 on this page. Need to turn it around. So our first one is a sort of castle. Excuse me blowing my nose. I'm not really sure. Now you've got sort of castellation here, sort of house. But the rest have a sort of tropical theme, if you see. So we have a watermelon and I'm not sure what that is. Like water, the sea, umbrella, palm trees. And then here we have sort of cocktail flip-flops or oh, what's the word? What do you call them? Do you call them thongs or oh, there's another name. I can't think of it. I may get a sunshine and beach ball. Might come to me. You never know. A lovely deck chair and sun hat. And here we have a camera, sun cream, a sort of bag, and things like that. And the last one we have an ice cream and a pineapple and a sort of beach towel, lots of florals. Sliders, that's what I was thinking, but I don't know if those are sliders. Anyway, we have a very sweet theme here, so anyone with a sweet tooth might enjoy this page. We have a sort of cake or gâteau of some sort with some chockies, cherries, strawberries and a drink of some sort. And over here we have a lollipop. That's a nice one to do. And other lollipops, candies and things with some florals as well. And then here we have a sort of ices, isn't it? Ice cream, ice lolly, lollipop. Not sure what that is. No idea. But anyway, just coloured, all sorts of colours I would say. Pastels maybe. A couple of cupcakes. Here we have donuts. I was going to say bagels then. I don't think so. Has some balloons and a bird. And here we have a cake and ice cream and things like that. Now on this next page we have 2 designs again. The top one is very sort of tropical. We have sort of water, lily pads, and then lots of florals like hibiscus and things. And then the bottom one, oops, is very floral again, maybe not so tropical, lots of flowers to colour. Oh, I love this page. We have windows, so we have 4 on the page. So this one we have a sort of layer of a border of ivy with a sill and some plants. This one is slightly more simple, so we have the glass and again we have sort of ivy. I'm not sure what this is around here. And this is the plant which is growing around. And down here, we have a page with doors on. We have another window with a few florals and similar. This one looks like a church window, I think. Don't know why. 3 flowers. Don't usually get flower pots on church windowsills, but why not? Now, next one we have 6. pictures. Again, these look a little bit tropical florals to me. I've got it round the wrong way now. There we go. So this one looks like a cheese plant and a little pot. And then here we've got an orchid. There's a little tiny house in there. Interesting, lots of little bees. And then another plant here, I can't identify what that is. Let's go up and back the other way. So this one again, just lots of florals. And here we have what looks like a hibiscus. And then more florals. Don't really know what they are. It doesn't really matter, does it? Now we have an animal theme, I think. Oh, it's like jungle. So here, oh, so on this one we have, there's a chameleon, a lion, a monkey. Then on this one we have a giraffe and a toucan and a koala. That's cute. Here we have an elephant. Ooh, with a leopard. Look at the baby. Oh, it's so cute. Sorry. A zebra. And some parrots. That is just so cute. Sorry. We have another cute page if you like pandas. Look at this one. It's so sweet with a little baby, and there's some florals. This one's holding all sorts of florals. This one's a little bit plainer, so you've just got the stars. And then this one with the balloons. Sweet, aren't they? Okay. Now we have 6 on this page. Trying to work out the thing, because I was thinking, are these Christmas stockings? These, but I don't know. We've got some florals around them and mushrooms. And then this one is like a apple pie, but it's got, looks like a pear on it. A bit confused. And then we have a little snail on a mushroom. It all seems a little bit random, but that's fine. Flowers, they don't always have to have a theme. This one's got a little umbrella, look, over a house, and a door is a pear shape and the window's apple shape. It's really cute. And then we have a mug. It's a pine cone. See, this one looks a bit Christmassy because you've got this sort of mistletoe and berries and things, so I don't know. But anyway, now we have another page with 2 designs on. So we have a sort of forest with a bear, honey, and this, is that a badger? I think so. Hedgehog. It's quite nice, toast. I like that one. There's not so much detail on that one, apart from maybe in that tree, but even then it's not that small. Only the bees are really small. Then this one, what do we have here? We've got a deer and a fox. They're very squirrel, very English countryside, apart from the bear. Get bears in this country. Oh, now we have some insects. So we have, like, they look like beetles, I think, but they've got sort of ornate details. So we've got a lot of leafy type designs, flowers on this one, and another couple here. And then on this page we have 4 designs, and these are sort of scenes with mountains. So we've got a sort of water and trees on that one. And then this one, sort of house. Again, they've got a nice river going through. And then similar here, we've got a bear on this one, more trees, little house up on stilts. And then again, a sort of mountain theme. Very small flowers on that one. Now we've got a sort of camping theme, I think. Got 6 designs here. So we've got a tent and a compass. The kettle have got a fish. We've been fishing. And then this one, what have we got? Got a house, trees and things, and more mountains. There's one with a hammock. It says lake, we've got the water and the trees. Got one here with a caravan. Nice little wooden chair to sit on. Now what's that? Is that a guitar? It's got a very short handle. I don't know, a lamp, got a campfire. I'm not sure. And here we've got this sort of knapsack and a drink and a map. Some matches there as well. Okay, we've got 4 on this page. We've got a Halloween theme going on. So we've got pumpkins and candles, bats, ghosts, candies, all sorts. There's a snake in that picture. We can move quickly on from that. We've got a big pumpkin here with a sort of spooky castle. Here we have a spell book and a cauldron. It's fun, isn't it, books? And this one's got a ghost and a sort of graveyard thing going on there. Now, what have we got on this page? We've got 2 designs on this page. We're certainly in just going to come out a little bit, there we go. Certainly got a Christmas wintry theme going on. So we've got a penguin and a seal. Excuse me. A candle. We got sort of here probably oranges and berries and things going on. And then this one we've got a little snowy house with sort of ribbons and holly and things like that. Sadly that's been cut off very slightly, but we've got another wintry page here. So we've got there's 4 on this page. We've got a snow globe with a sleigh, and here we've got a Christmas tree. As you can see, we've got a stocking. There's a cute little gingerbread man, a reindeer, and a snowman. Oh, and now at the end, what I'm going to do is I'm going to find one to colour. Now I've grabbed I'm going to do one of the windows, like those. I grabbed my Arteza pencils, Arteza Expert Pencils. I think I'm going to do this one. Yeah, and I've got a swatch chart here which you can download for free from my Ko-fi. I've got the 72 set. There's a few comparison charts as well, just in case you want to, well, just in case you've got a different set and you want to compare them. I'm going to start with the camel brown. It's really small. I'm just going to make a start. Yeah, so I'm just trying different pencils because of this very smooth paper. I've struggled a little bit with finding pencils that work really nicely, but these seem to be quite good actually, which is nice. I'm going to do this like a sort of stained glass window, I think. I thought would be nice. See if I can get it to work. It just looks like with that shape there, I sort of think stained glass, but I thought if I do a sort of wooden frame, which is a bit dull, then the glassy bit will stand out for us. So I think that might be quite effective, but it's just a matter of getting this base brown colour down first. Now, as I say, the paper is really thick, which is quite good if you want to use markers, because they won't go through. But I would always put a piece of paper behind just in case, or several. What I actually tend to do, not when I'm recording on video, but I haven't actually put any paper behind this time. What I tend to do is use a piece of laminate, just a blank laminate page, because then if I use any wet medium like paint, I rarely use paint, but or pens, it can't get beyond that plastic sheet. As I say, this paper is so thick I cannot imagine it going through. I even wonder whether if you use alcohol, actually I have tried alcohol markers in these books once, and it went through a little bit to the back. But you know what, if you use alcohol markers, you know they do that. But these are all single-sided designs, so alcohol markers should work okay, I would think, having not tried. I did find, because the paper's quite smooth, when I used, I'm going to use this is the espresso brown, just going to sharpen it a little bit after I've blown my nose. When I used, sorry, I've got my son's cold. When I used felt pens, you know, water-based markers, they actually took a long time to dry. I think because of the smooth paper, they didn't really soak in. So I ended up, excuse me, smudging them, which wasn't ideal. His pencil is a lot darker than I had thought for. I wasn't actually intending on making this dark, but never mind. I hear a squeaking noise. It's really strange. I might have to go and get a drink of water in a minute. Yeah, I've been fine. I was really shivery last night, but I think it was cold. I'm gonna have to get a drink. Right, that's better. Sorry, I've got some water with me now, but yeah, it was just a tickle. Right, and I found out what all the noise was, which my husband is having us sort out the airing cupboard. It was a job that I was going to do with him, but he's decided he wants to do it on his own, which is fine. I did offer to help, but he said no, so I've come back to do this instead. But he said there's a lot of moths in the airing cupboard, which is quite interesting. Goodness knows how they get in there. I don't think there's any space. Well, maybe there's a gap in the door somewhere. So anyway, what I'm doing here is just trying to make the wood look a little bit more interesting. But I'm going to, because there's such a contrast between the light and dark, which wasn't what I was intending, I'm going to use another colour before I finish this bit. It might actually take a bit longer than I had anticipated, but anyway, no matter. I was hoping there'd be doors, but there isn't. Windows are fun though. I do actually have a video on different ways to colour windows. Now that isn't so much about colouring the frames, which I think people are probably find a little bit easier. It's the glass. But what I'm doing today with the stained glass is going to be very different to any of the ones in my video about colouring windows. If you go to my main page on YouTube on a computer, it doesn't work on the app, on the YouTube app, and search windows, you'll find it. But I'll try and remember to put a link to it, but actually if I write it down I'll remember. I'll just write windows in my book. I've got a notebook here. I'll think, what was I on about? Am I going completely mad? Anyway, there we go. So that is the sort of basic bit, but I'm going to get a slightly lighter brown. See, all the lighter browns are kind of reddish. I think I'm going to use the coyote brown. It's a bit greeny. Might work. Now, we don't have a sort of mid brown that isn't orange. That makes sense. I'm just going to try and extend the espresso a little bit. And leave a slightly darker line. Now you can see I'm getting quite a lot of pencil bits. I think that's due to the smoothness of the paper, to be honest. But these are quite soft pencils. I think that's improving it a little bit, but it's up to you. You might not want to bother. Excuse me, sorry. I really probably shouldn't have recorded today, but I wanted to have a look at my new book. I just haven't really got the voice, but never mind. Now, Colorya have a selection of different books available, so if you're not keen on this particular one, if you don't like the smaller designs, they have other ones. I should say, you know, they send them to me for free to review. They don't pay me, and I don't have to give a positive review sort of thing, but just to let you know about them a little bit, I think is only fair. They sent me a free book. They have quite a few mandala books, which actually I rather like. Oh, I didn't do that bit. I'm not always a huge fan of mandalas. I didn't think when I first started colouring I actually didn't like them at all. I thought they were really boring, but now I've had some mandala books, I actually really like them. For a couple of reasons. I find them very relaxing because, let's come in a little bit more, because what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to use the 3 browns that I've used for the window frame. So I'm going to start with my coyote brown. I'm going to give it a sharpen and do every third one with this. So I find mandalas really good when I'm in the mood for something really relaxing and not having to think too much about what to do. When I can play around with colours, I don't have to think about realism. Not that you do with a realistic picture anyway, but my brain goes there, and yours might be the same. And so I actually sort of now like them when I didn't before. This is the camel brown. So they've got one which has got florals, which is really nice. But again, you can have a look at my different flip throughs of their books. They've got one with one of them has a sort of mix of mandalas and people pictures and things like that. And one of the books they sent me, this is the espresso brown, has more sort of cartoony type characters in. I've got one with mice, I think. I'm not so keen on that personally, but I know a lot of people find them really cute, and so that's good. Yeah, for me, I don't know, I prefer florals and leaves and things, but you know, it's all very personal. There's nothing wrong with it, it's just not my taste. Now we have a windowsill here which I'm going to continue just colouring in my espresso brown. I'm just doing it quite lightly to start with, like this, and then I'm going to put a little bit of shadow down the side here and just under. Oops, sorry, I stick my big hand in the way. Like that. Now here we've got what looks like a bit of brickwork, so I just went out the lines just the tiniest bit. So I'm going to grab a brickish colour. I think the sienna brown is quite a good one. Just give it a sharpen. Now these Arteza pencils, I was using them the other day actually, and I'll say again in case you didn't see, sienna brown and Arteza have said that they are going to be bringing out, trying to get their 120 set available again. I'm not sure if they have yet, because I contacted them because someone had mentioned it, and I just want to go a bit darker around the edges of the bricks. They haven't been available for a while, and they're looking for a new manufacturer. Whether they've done that or not yet, I'm not sure, but they haven't discontinued them. They've just temporarily not been able to make them. Now let's do our stained glass, because I'm excited about that. I'm going to get some really bright colours. I'm going to grab the carmine red, if I can find it. Here's the carmine red. I'm going to use this for this paint here. Now what I'm going to try and do is make it much more intense around the edge. Like this. So I'm sort of pressing hard and layering a lot. And then as I go towards the middle, I'm going to just reduce my layers a bit, try and make it a little bit lighter. And then hopefully it'll sort of look a bit shiny-ish. That's not bad. Do the same on this sort of opposite side. My husband's holiday starts today. He's got 2 weeks off work. I made him write a list of things that he wants to achieve during his holiday. I think it's always quite tricky. I'm going to do another couple of red ones down here. Maybe not yet. Let's do these two sections. I'm going to do in a blue. Let me have a look what we got. I think the mykanos blue. I think it's that one. Yeah, and just sharpen it. I think it can be mykanos blue. Quite, the time can run away with you when you're on holiday, and you don't always, I mean, we're not going away, he's going to be at home, and you don't always achieve things. Now, it's fine if he wants to just sit and chill and do nothing, but I know that he has things that he wants to do. So I said, write a list of what you want to do. write down all the appointments that we've got. We haven't got many, but there's a few things we've got going on, and you know, so that we know, and then you can make sure you get things done. So he did that this morning, got the children involved, find out what they're doing and when as well. And yeah, I think it was went quite well. And I think that's why he's doing the airing cupboard, because it was on his list, and he said, oh, I think I might actually do it tomorrow. We can do it tomorrow. I was like, okay, I'll go and record a video. And he's decided to do it now. I'm not sure why. And on his own, because he had said to me he didn't want to do it because his back was sore, and I said, it's okay, I can do the lifting and shifting. It's not really that hard, and it just needs sort of tidying up and into manageable bits. But he's got on now. I want a green. I'm quite interested in doing primaries. The basil green looks to me to be the best option. I'm just going to try and find it. Is it that one? No, 611. A lot of my pencils are sharpened so far down that I can't see the names on them. Here it is. Oops. Just going to give it a sharpen. I'll show it to you. It's a bit short. You can see the L. Now this, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it look sort of glassy. I'm just going to fill it in like that. Oops. Same on this one. And the middle bit I'm going to do in yellow. Now I want a yellow where I can vary the colour. So like these, where you can see it's lighter and darker. And a pale yellow is quite difficult to do that with. A darker yellow is a bit easier. Excuse me sniffing. So I'm going to use the turmeric yellow, which is a little bit darker, and I think will work better. I don't know if I'll be able to get that effect on this small area, but when I do a bit down there, I think it will work better. Now here we've got 4 on each side. I think I'm going to start with the yellow here, and like the others, try and do a darker edge and then a slightly lighter middle. As I say, with yellow it's a little bit tricky. Excuse me, but I try my best. There we go. And the opposite one here. It's such a cute little drawing, this. I don't know why it looked so much like stained glass. I think the one next to it does as well. Oh, there's a bit of a, look at that. Do you see what's happened is, I'm just going to try and erase that, is the red pigment in the pencil hasn't been properly mixed in, so it's come out as a sort of scratchy line. It's quite difficult to erase that, but I've done my best there. It happened, I've had it happen with lots of brands of pencil. I've had it happen with, I'm going to use the blue one next, I think. I've had it happen with Prismas. I've had it happen with Black Widows. I know someone's had it happen with Caran d'Ache Luminance, Colour with Claire. She was doing a review and she said one of them was really bad for that. I can't remember which colour it was. One of their newer ones. Excuse me. So it does happen. Yeah, I had it happen the other day. I think it was the Cobra pencil in the Black Widows. I can't remember. Or one of the ones that were that sort of colour. But anyway, as I say, it does happen even with the more expensive brands. I'm going to use the basil green on the next one. So yeah, it's a bit annoying. But I've never had it happen with the polychromos. I think it might be because it's a different type of pencil. I'm trying to remember if I had it happen with a dough one. I'm not sure. But yeah, it happens. And yeah, it's difficult, as I say, because it's such a strong pigment, the sort of red colour, and it sort of tends to go scratchy and push into the paper quite hard. It's quite difficult to erase, which is annoying, but you know, I'm not going for perfection, I'm just having fun, so I'm not going to get worried about it. If I was doing a portrait for someone that I was going to sell, then yeah, I'd be quite upset. But because I can't draw, I can't sell any of my work, because of course when you do colouring, the copyright on the work is the artist, not you, so you can't sell anything that you've coloured. It's not, it just isn't a thing unless you've drawn it or you've got permission from the illustrator. So I am hoping, actually, I'm wondering whether to sell things that my husband's drawn for me. But there we go, that's quite striking, isn't it? Now we've got these plants around the edge and we've got this little bit above the window. I'm wondering whether to use the same colours. I was thinking about using the same colours as for the window, but now I'm wondering whether to not. Whether I use the more pastel-y tones around the edge so that the window stands out more. So I think I'm going to do that. So for this little flower here, I'm going to look for a pink. What have we got? We've got a pink. We've got the pink macaron. That's very pale. Actually, the apricot's rather nice. Where's that? There we go. I use the apricot here. I might. I'm just colouring it in. I'm not shading it. I might do all the flowers the same colour. I'm not sure. Probably not actually. But there is our apricot flower. The centre in a sort of pale yellow. Let's use this. This is the sapphire yellow. And then the leaves, what have we got that's pale? The spring green is quite pale. I have to find it. Oh, there it is. Short. I've got a lot of shorts in this set. Here I'm just going to try and fade it towards the tip of the petal. Because it's quite a pale colour, it may not show up. I say the intention is to try and make the florals a little bit paler, so the window takes centre stage just because I've had such fun with it and I like it. Okay, this flower up here, I think I'm going to do in ubi purple. I don't know if that's the right way to say it. Ubi, I don't know. Someone will know. And in the centre, in the very centre, the middle, this is quite a pale purple, like that. And then a lightish pink. I think I'll go for this, the peony pink, next, on the next sort of layer. Again, it's quite narrow, so I'm just going to block it in. There might be quite a bit of this in this book on the really detailed bits. And then a really pale pink for the outside bit. We have the pink macaron for the outside petals. There we go. And now we have the leaves. So I want to go pale again. I use a different pale colour. We've got a lime, I think it's a little bit too yellowy. And the absinthe, I think I'll just go, yeah, I'll go for the absinthe green. It's a little bit, yeah, the lime is very yellowy and almost fluorescent. The absinthe green is a little bit less so. And again, I think I'm just going to have to block them in. I'm wondering whether to do a different green for the leaves that are coming down here. I think I will, just for interest's sake, really. You could do them the same, but I think as I'm sort of, it looks like a completely different leaf shape, I'll do a different colour. So there's the absinthe green. We'll use the matcha green, I think. Which number is that? 609, I think it's this one. Yeah. Yeah, again we have the problem, too short. it's not really a problem, is it? It's nice to use pencils. These are actually going down nicely on this paper, I have to say. I find with a very smooth paper, things like polychromos and Staedtlers, they can be a little bit difficult. But these are great. You can see I'm getting a nice eye peel, I'm getting a nice finish. So I'm pleased that I picked this set of pencils. I think I have done some Staedtler and polychromos and Prismas in their books before, and they were okay. It's actually Lulu Mayo's books that I find really hard. Hers are so smooth that polychromos just can look quite messy. But anyway. Right, now we have this. Now I think I'm going to do this in these colours that we use down here. So I'm just trying to figure out what they were. Here they are. So we used the camel brown, the espresso brown and the coyote brown. I think I'm going to grab the coyote brown first and just do the end bit of each one. Like that. And we'll do sort of stripy pattern like we did at the bottom. I'm not sure what I'm going to do in the middle yet, so I'm just going to brush off. I've got quite a bit of pencil debris, and if you leave it on the page and lean on it, it can smudge into the paper. There we go. And then what do we use next? We use the camel brown next on that one. We use the camel brown next on this one too. I'm still trying to think about what to do for that middle bit, because it looks like it's a leaf shape. I'm going to use the espresso brown for the last bit. My poor son is coughing away. He's been really affected badly by this cold. He was in bed for a whole day feeling really rotten. But hoping the husband doesn't catch it, because he might feel rotten too. Now, I think I'm going to use this espresso at the top of here. And then the camel, the camel in the middle. I know it looks like a leaf. You could do it in green if you'd rather. I just want to sort of match it up. And then the coyote in here. Right, and now I'm just going to use some white pen. I'm just worried. Do these... I don't think I will. I was thinking of using some white pen on it to, you know, on the glass and things, but I'm not going to, because I'm not sure whether the white pen, it will bleed or not into the colours. So I think I am just going to leave it like that. So there's our stained glass window, a little bit of an idea for you. Yeah, so I'll put a link in the description for the book in the UK. As I say, in US, I don't know if it's out yet. I will look. If it is, I'll put a link. Otherwise, I might just pop a link to Colorya's other books on US Amazon, so that you can have a look and see. And I'll try and put, and as I say, I'll put a link to my Windows tutorials as well. So there we go. So thank you for watching. I hope that you have a super day and happy colouring.